All right, we made it through the solo. Let's learn the bridge. From the top. All right, cool. Okay, so this is the bridge of the tune. Kenny does his own version of the bridge versus David Sanborn's version versus what's that guy? Everett Harp's version. There's a couple different live versions of this song out there. This is one of my favorites just because Kenny is just, he's in it quick and he's out of it quick and he says what he needs to say. And bridge-wise, I really like what he plays on this bridge versus what I've seen, what I've heard other people play. It just seems so appropriate. Maybe that's just because Kenny's beat placement is clutch. Anyway, let's get through these notes. Note-wise, we got E, E, G, E, A, B, E, G, E, like that. Ba, 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 da, ba, da, da, ba. It's all over a C major chord. And then, next, we have, let's see. I forget what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Notes and harmonic function. Okay, so harmonic function is just 3, 3, 5, 3, 6, 7, 5, 3, like that. Fingering wise, it's all just 1, 2, 3, 4, like those notes right there, sitting right under the hand. So just thumb, thumb, index, thumb, middle, ring, index, thumb, like that. Ba, 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 da, ba, da, da, da. And then rhythmically, we got 1 and 2 and 3 and E, like that. So there's there's a hidden 4, there's a hidden 2 in terms of which beats we are playing and which beats are just being tied across. So one more time, we get 1 and 2, that's a hidden 2, and 3 and E. There's a hidden 4 right there. Okay, and we hold that note out all the way to beat 2. Ba, 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 da, ba, da, da, da. Off, like that. And he adds a little bit of vibrato to it. Okay, then for the next bar, we start on beat 3, and we go 1, 2, 1, 3 E and then there's a quick, we kind of hold that note and then gliss down to the beat 1 of the next bar. Now note-wise, we got E, G, A, B. Then we do our B flat, A, G, F sharp, E, F sharp, like that for the next phrase. And harmonically, we're in the key of C for this part, so we're doing like 3, 5, 6, 7, blues note, 6, 5, then we're back in the key of E, 2, 1, 2, like that. And it might be a sus chord. It really depends on what the band is playing at that point. Okay? And fingering wise is just and then for this I like to use my middle finger as the anchor point for that B flat. Like that. So middle, like that. Thumb, 1, 2, thumb, thumb, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3 for the second phrase. Okay, now rhythmically we got 1, 2, 3 E and then the last little bit, it's played pretty quickly, and the goal is to just put that F sharp right on the beat 1. 1 E, 1 and like that. You can think of it that way. Okay, and then we go on to the next phrase, this one right here. Okay, this one, note-wise, we've got E, F sharp, E, D, B, E, B, D, E, D, E, B, like that. And harmonically, we're in the key of E, and we're doing 1, 2, 1, 7, 5, 1, 5, 7, 5, I'm sorry, 1, 5, 7, 1, 7, 1, 5, like that. Okay? And fingering wise, it's just, let's see, we're coming from, for this, you can just put your hand right on these notes, thumb on B, index finger on D, ring on, middle finger on E, and then ring finger on the F sharp, and then you just, okay, so just 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, like that. Okay, and rhythmically, we're coming in as a pickup to beat 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and right like that. So 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and like that. 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and then we on the downbeat of 1 we go 1 E and 2 and like that. So 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 and like that. All right, so that takes care of the rhythm for this guy. And then we got this little pickup here before we go to the next phrase, which is just it's just 4 E and note-wise, we've got B, D, E, D, like that. Harmonic function, we're in the key of E again, so just 5, 7, 8, 7, like that. Okay, and then fingering-wise, I'm just doing thumb, index, middle, index, and then this is leading to the next little bit. And again, these are just 16th notes on beat 4, so 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and like that. In the next bar, down here, we get this part. And this is where we're back on C major, where we go A minor right there. A minor for that chord. Note-wise, so we're at this C chord, we're doing 5, 3 harmonically. Note-wise, we've got G, E, and then if we go to this next phrase right here, we got G, G, B, D, A, G, A, G, E, like that. Okay? Harmonically for this last one, we were on 5, 7, 9, 6, 5, then root, 7, 5. So there's a change right there in the middle. Right here is where the harmonic function, this A stops being a 6 in the key of C and it becomes the root in the key of A. Okay, so it's important to understand that stuff. Fingering wise, so we're coming out of pinky, middle for the first 2 notes. And then I like to do thumb, and because we got grace notes, thumb, grace notes like that. I can either, if I don't want to play the A, then I can just do index on B flat, B with middle finger, pinky for the D, index finger for the A, then thumb with G, and then I can do grace note to the A, index, and then thumb like that. Grace note. So again, for these, I'm mainly thinking, I need to get to my thumb on this E, and I'm coming from here, so I need to set up for this. And then for the previous little part, I'm doing. So you could break it down that way. Ba ba da 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 da. Ba. So thumb, middle, ring, pinky, index, thumb, middle. If you were to take out the grace notes, that's the way you would play it. All right, and then we have 2 more phrases before we're at the end. That's this phrase right here. Well, before we do that, let's learn the rhythmic of this. The rhythm of this. Geez, I'm having a hard time saying that. The rhythm of this one. It starts on the and of 2. So we go 1 and 2 and 3 and E like that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1 and like that. So it's important to remember where is the downbeat, where are the note, where are the counts that we say, and where are the counts that we don't say. So if we're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 like that. Okay. We'll do that one more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3. It's a little awkward. One last time just to get it clean. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay. It's hard for me to like snap at the same time as I'm playing the notes. But you get the idea. Okay, let's move on to this last little phrase. This one right here. This is where we do just 1, 2. So this is in the key of E. Or no, this is on the A minor chord. So we're doing 5, 7, 8, 9. Then we got our B sus chord. Like that. Now, the note-wise, we've got E, G, A, B, grace note to F sharp. Like that. And the harmonic function, we're on the A minor, so we're doing 5, 7, 8, 9, or 5, 7, root 2, depending on how you want to think of it. Then we go to the B sus chord after it. And that one, we're landing on the 5th. Fingering wise, we're doing thumb, index, middle, ring, the grace note with the thumb as the note that's played with the grace note. Like that. Okay. And rhythmically, these are all on the upbeats, so it's like 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and like that. Okay, so just remember, none of them are on the beat. They're all 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and like that. Okay, then finally we got the last measure of this bridge melody. And this one, the notes are E, A, G, A. Then we get our blues lick right here. B flat, G, A, G, E, like that. Harmonically, we're on this chord, and then we go to this chord. So we're doing. It's easiest to just think of it like back in the key of E. As opposed to thinking of it in the key of B7. Where if it was in the key of B7, we were thinking of it that way. We're going 7, flat 6, or sharp 5, 7, then just a regular blues lick in the key of E. It's hard to figure out harmonically what's happening here if we're thinking of it relative to the key of B. So I would just advise against it. Just know you're in the key of E for the last little bit of the bar doing a blues lick. Like that. Okay? That's the harmonic function. Let's learn the fingering. Fingering for this is pretty simple. We're just doing thumb, middle, index, middle, and then ring, index, middle, index, thumb. Or said with numbers, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 1. Like that. And rhythmically, what we've got going on here, it's a pick up to the downbeat, so 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1, like that. And then once we get through that pickup, we've got 1 and 3 and 4 E and 1 and 3 and 4 E and for the rhythm. Okay? So let's play the whole bridge. Let's see, I think that starts over here. Let me see, somewhere over here, I think. Yep, over here a little bit. Okay. Okay, great. So that takes care of these notes. That takes care of the bridge of the tune on keyboards. Okay, great. Next we will tackle the saxophone side of things. All right. Hey, thanks again for following along and learning how to play this great Kenny Garrett solo. The next chapter in this series will appear in 1 week, and videos from my course Developing Task Cue will be dropping daily until then. If you don't want to wait for the next video in this series to drop, then you can go to the links in the description and get the whole 10-part series right now. It's a donation-only product. You're going to get all 10 parts, the 5 saxophone parts, the 5 keyboard parts, as well as PDFs in concert pitch, as well as transposed for E-flat instruments, breaking down all the notes and the phrasing and whatnot. And if you want to check out Task Cue to run it on your own system for your own projects as a way to organize your own inspiration, you can download it from the links in the description. And then finally, if you've been curious about how to learn to program, you should check out my course, C++ for Musicians. In this course, I teach the language C++ in the context of developing juice-based audio applications and audio plugins. And as a bonus, if you take my course, you will get 6 weeks of mentorship from me, as well as you'll get the whole Developing Task Cue course included. So that's just tons and tons of programming lessons and programming goodies, as well as 6 weeks of mentorship. When I was first learning to program, I really wish that I had had somebody to be there with me through my journey and keep me on the right path and learning things the right way. Programming isn't hard, it's just taught wrong. So if you've ever been curious about learning to program, this is a great way to do it. All right, until then, I will see you in the next chapter. Thanks again for watching.